Today's the day that every New Yorker has been dreading. A judge has ultimately decided that K Flock's rap career is officially over. Now, this one has to really hurt K Flock because K Flock really thought he was coming home today. It's weird because K Flock is literally the greatest NY drill rapper ever, but his catalog probably spanned what, a year or two before he got arrested for the murder in 2021. And he got arrested a week after signing a $1.1 million deal. So he was already super rich and he caught the body a week later. Now, the thing is, with this body, it was kind of 50-50. When he initially got arrested, to be honest, the circumstances surrounding this murder, a lot of people thought he'll be coming home and beating this case easily.
I give that a shot plan. Operations Central. Operations Central. Shot spotter activation, 1832 Amsterdam Avenue. 2 rounds, street level, in the confines of Surreal. Sound 4. Zero, Lieutenant. Is it over here? Be advised, we have somebody going towards Broadway.
He shot and killed one of his ops called Oscar Hernandez. Now, K Flock was walking through the neighborhood with 2 girls. Now, when he was walking through the neighborhood, he just coincidentally spotted one of his ops in the barbershop. So he stopped, looked in the barbershop. He seen the op seen him, but then he kept walking. This other angle shows like K Flock looking, stopping, looking again, then just kept walking. Because obviously he got 2 women with him. He don't really want to get in trouble right now. So he keeps walking, kind of looking back for the dude just to see if he comes out. The dude then hops out, right? Hops out the barbershop. It looks like they have some words. He said, "What?" And then he kept walking towards K Flock with his hands in his pocket. Come to find out he was armed. We're gonna stop the video here because it gets graphic. But as he's walking towards K Flock with his hands in his arms, K Flock shoots, dudes get hits and fall back, and we watch it all play out on camera. So obviously, again, if this was anywhere other than New York, that's self-defense, bro. I'm walking away. You're hawking me down with your hands in your pockets. Come to find out you had a gun on you. I'm with 2 women. That's self-defense anywhere else but New York.
When the guy hits the ground and is found, he's got a loaded gun that was in his pocket that his hand was on at the time. We consider that to be self-defense.
So he did shoot him in self-defense.
That's what the allegation is. I don't want to talk too much about the details of the case,
Okay.
But the government claims that he pulled the gun out and shot him. But at the same time, the person that was dead on the ground had his hand on a loaded weapon, illegal loaded weapon, apparently about to shoot Kevin.
Okay. So without saying too much, you're arguing obviously self-defense. That's the crux.
That could be one of the arguments, self-defense. And I would say to the public, somebody's walking up to you with a loaded gun and it's pretty clear he's going to use it with a criminal record a mile long. Do you want to get shot or do you not want to get shot?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't hesitate to pull the trigger.
The police ain't dumb. They understand their case was very weak. So you know what they did, bro? Right? When they pretty much realized, listen, man, all right, no jury is about to convict this kid for shooting a violent criminal walking towards him with a gun in his pocket while he's with 2 women. No jury is convicting that kid of murder. So what they did was the feds told the state, step aside, bro. We'll pick it up, right? So after charging K Flock for a weak murder case, the feds followed up and charged K Flock with a RICO. Take a look at this. So they charged K Flock with the RICO in 2023. K Flock got arrested in 2021 for the murder. It took him 2 years to realize the murder case is weak, bro. Let's charge this man with a RICO. If them folks want you, they gonna get you. That's the lesson of the story here, bro. If these folks want you, they gonna get you. Now, I'm not saying K Flock is innocent, right, at all, right? Because I actually believe he's guilty of the other charges, okay? Probably not murder, the other charges he's guilty of. So it was an 8-member RICO, K Flock gang is Seth's side. They charged him with racketeering, conspiracy, murder, attempted murder, robberies, possession of firearms, among other things.
Well, it's a death-eligible case. It doesn't mean that it's actually going to become a death penalty case. He's charged with murder in aid of racketeering. He's charged with RICO conspiracy. various gun charges. I mean, it's obviously the most serious case you can have in the federal or even state system in America. But I'm not all that surprised because the case was originally a New York State matter. And it was just the murder that was charged along with the possession of the gun. And the case was incredibly weak. And frankly, I didn't think there was any chance that we were going to lose the murder charge because it was clear based on a video that was, there were videos all over the street. There were cameras, security cameras on when this occurred in the middle of the day. And it couldn't be more clear that this was an act of self-defense. So what I realized, eventually was that they just could not win that murder case. So what did they do? They're going to drop the state case and they're going to just transfer it to the federal system, and it allows them to charge all sorts of other violent acts as part of their RICO conspiracy charge.
And then when they talk about conspiracy to prove that you're in it, for the government to prove that any individual is in a conspiracy, how high a bar is that, or what do they need to do?
It's not very high of a bar to establish some of the elements of the RICO conspiracy, namely that they were conspiring to violate the RICO statute, and it could just be any number of violent crimes or other acts that were done on behalf of an enterprise.
I don't think K-Flock had any other choice but to take this to trial. I don't think they offered him a plea deal, but bro, he was doomed during his RICO trial from the very beginning, bro. If you guys was paying attention to this trial, bro, you had his homies coming and taking a stand against him. Not just homies. You had people who apparently they got spanked, they got robbed, they got shot. K-Flock told them, yo, bro, I got you. Bro, bro, I'll throw it all away for you, bro. I'm going to spin for you. K-Flock goes and spin for him, right? Goes and shoot and do a drill for him. That same person that K-Flock did entire drill for, he took the stand against K-Flock, man. Told them folks everything, bro. Told them folks, he shot him for me. He told me he was gonna do it. One of the slimiest things I think anybody could ever do is one thing to rat and snitch, which we support. We support snitching and ratting, bro. But disloyalty, that man spun the block for you, man. You took the stand against him, and that's crazy. Unfortunately for K-Flock, people snitching on him isn't the only thing he had to overcome. K-Flock had to overcome his own self-snitching. K-Flock put on a display of self-snitching we've never seen before, bruh. K-Flock is a legendary Hall of Fame self-snitcher, second only to AR-Ab, bruh. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And in some instances, he might be a greater self-snitcher than AR-Ab. K-Flock was charged for attempted murder in his RICO. So the attempted murder took place June 20th of 2020. Now, according to the surveillance video of the attempted murder and the defendant's own Instagram stories, yes, K-Flock owned Instagram stories, the defendant was with Michael Gant, the person who fired the shots, and Munchie, another member of Third Side, just 2 hours before the shooting in two vehicles consistent with the two getaway vehicles used in the shooting. Approximately 30 minutes after the shooting, K-Flock texted another individual, "We just made 2 movies on the 8." Referring to the shootings at the 800s twice. These dudes are using slang as if the feds don't already got their lingo in an ebook already, bruh. Right? Now, the defendant continued by explaining they had 2 poles. We was 2 poles deep. They had 2 guns on them. Now, the first time, apparently they spun twice. The first time they spun, he wrote in the message, no one was hit. The defendant wrote, but then explained that the second time, he was not sure, but he stood in the V, meaning he stayed in the vehicle during the second shooting when K-Flock's friends made fun of him for being a bit boy by sitting in a V. The defendant shot back, "I made the first move, the F, we chilled and bent back, and I let my son Munch make his." So he's snitching on his homies, bro, in text messages, bro, clear as day. Now, the feds said, hold on, bro, these messages clearly show that the shooting that resulted in 4 people getting shot that early morning, including Eli getting shot in the jaw, was not only with the defendant's knowledge, but it had been the defendant's plan with his consent. I mean, listen, bro, he put it clear as day in our messages, bro. He listed out the exact details of how the shooting took place. Even though he was in the vehicle for the second time when somebody got hit, he still instructed them and consented. Now, here's where it gets worse, okay? You know the guy Eli who got shot, right? K-Flock was in the vehicle when Eli got shot. K-Flock didn't shoot Eli. But K-Flock will record a record shortly afterwards where he's taking credit for Eli being shot.
Yeah, being lame. Why you running? I ain't even flame. Shoot with double handers, how I got my aim. Eli got shot, he walking with a cane.
Come on, man. You took this to trial. You wasted them folks' time, man, by taking this to trial? You ain't messages admitting that y'all done shot up Eli. Then you put it in the song, you done shot up Eli. And you know what's worse? Truly, the self-snitching doesn't get much worse than this, right? You'll be wrong. K-Flock was arrested in 2021 on murder charges. This video here got released as an official song September 1st of 2022. That would mean that K-Flock got arrested for murder. While in jail fighting a murder case, K-Flock decided it was a good idea to release a song confessing to shootings that he did and he was involved in. June 26, 2020, K-Flock self-snitched on another attempted murder. Now, this one was done 6 days after the first one. These boys was busy in that week, okay? So this was a get back for K-Flock mans that K-Flock promised his mans on. So K-Flock and his mans was involved in a shooting earlier that day. June 26, 2020, one of his mans, Nicholas Johnson and Philippe Santiago, they went ahead and spun on some ops. Now, when they spun on some ops, though, the feds believe they spun on some ops because K-Flock and his homies were shot at earlier that day. K-Flock homie got shot in the stomach. K-Flock got grazed. They went to the hospital. Now, that homie who got shot in the stomach, that's the homie who took the stand and told them folks that K-Flock told him he got him and he gonna spin for him. So the feds figured out that this was a retaliation shooting because earlier that day, right, before Nicholas Johnson and Philip Santiago went to go slide, K-Flock is in text messages telling people about a shootout he just got into earlier in the day. K-Flock texts somebody, my son got hit in his stomach, referring to, the person who took the stand against him. And I flocked back though, angry emoji, meaning he shot back. So K-Flock is letting them folks know the motive and everything in Instagram DMs, bruh. What is wrong with this kid, man? So because of this, he was obviously found guilty on racketeering conspiracy. Now, K-Flock was found not guilty on the murder, obviously because he didn't do it, but he was found guilty on racketeering conspiracy, and I actually got the jury sheet. So regarding count 1 racketeering conspiracy, he was found guilty, obviously, and they believe that the aggregating factors that are required to prove racketeering conspiracy were met. They believe that, acts involving murder, like attempted murder, aiding and abetting murder, causing another to commit murder, conspiracy to commit murder, committed. They believe that was proven. Obviously, with the attempted murder, they believe that K-Flock, not only engaged in attempted murder, but he aided and abetted attempted murder. Acts involving wire fraud, they did do some PPP loans, right, to further the gang. Since K-Flock is the leader of Southside, he's also found guilty of, the wire fraud and acts involving bank fraud. Now, he was found not guilty involving the murder of Oscar Hernandez. Count 2, murder in aid of racketeering. He was found not guilty of that. And that was obviously the charge in relation to Oscar Hernandez. Count 3, violent crimes in aid of racketeering. He was found guilty. They believe that, that K-Flock aided in an assault with a dangerous weapon. And he also aided in attempted murder. Count 4, firearms offense. He was found guilty of being in possession of firearms. He brandished a firearm and he discharged a firearm. One would think if you get found guilty of all of this, you're on your bunk bag praying that when sentencing comes, the judge takes it easy on you. The judge goes lean on you. What you don't do is run to social media, pretty much speaking as if it's a certain the judge about to take it easy on you. So K-Flock takes to his Instagram story, man, and K-Flock writes, I beat the top count. I made the judge cry. He said, now he not forced to give me life. First off, man, if the judge about to take it easy on you, man, why would you blow the spot up, bro? Why would you take to Instagram letting them folk, I made the judge cry. Now the judge gonna be forced to look like he not taking it easy on you, bro. But he didn't stop there, bro. He continued with more self-snitching. So K-Flock says, listen, alhamdulillah, everything good, not good, and everything bad, not bad. just got to stay humble till the outcome of your situation. He's speaking as if he won. Yo, he's speaking as if he coming home tomorrow, man. You see everything good, not really that good. Everything bad, not really that bad, bruh. Y'all just got to learn to be patient and stay humble until the outcome comes. He continues and he says, and see what Allah got for you, right? You just got to be humble to the outcome of your situation and see what Allah got for you. You know, that's what I did. Chin up, chest out. Ish ain't over, nowhere near. Remain a G and stay sucker free. Now, this is where I don't know who's advising K-Flock, bruh, but I'll blame his handlers, bruh. This kid, immediately after beating the murder case, got found guilty of attempted murder on a case with multiple rats and multiple witnesses who took the stand against them. K-Flock writes, never fold, never will. Free the thoroughbred ones, kill all rats. K-Flock wrote, seconds after getting found guilty of racketeering conspiracy, kill all rats. On a case where rats took the stand against K-Flock. That was all I needed to see, man. I knew the judge was going to spank him, man. That was all I needed to see. I knew the judge was going to spank him after that, bro. First off, you said the judge cried. Kind of find out that wasn't true. But you made it seem as if the judge was about to let you out. Then secondly, you said kill all rats and you are on a case with multiple rats. So even if he lets you out, in the back of his mind, oh wait, if I let him out, he's about to commit murder on the people who took the stand against him. Man, cut it out, man. So K-Flock was ultimately found guilty of 25 years in prison, 5 years of supervised release afterwards. So essentially, he got a 30-year sentence if you're counting supervised release, but 25 if you don't. 30 years, 25 in prison, 5 years supervised release. That rap career over with, bro. K-Flock will get released, I think, when he's about 42 years old, if we're taking time served into consideration. Yeah, this is just, this is despicable, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? All right, do y'all believe K-Flock deserves a second chance, or do y'all think the self-snitching, man? The self-snitching he did, this is just the karma of that, bro. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, man. And if you're still watching this video and want to watch another good video, click on this video right here to find out how this podcaster did a speed run on how to ruin his career. I'm going to see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.